Okay, last time I figured out where my wheels are going to go. It's time to start building a proper robot around this thing. I think the first thing I should do is put in the gears for the drive. So I'm going to put in some gears and plates on each side, make a little gearbox. So we'll go back to here, to my skeleton, which just has the layouts at the moment. And what I've done here is I've put in these two estimates, well not estimates, but then rough positions for the drive plates. What I shouldn't do is figure out where the front and back of them are going to be. So, and that's the outside there, that's the outside of the weapon mount. So what we need is a front plate. And I could be boring and just go straight across. I might just put it on an angle, just for fun. That was meant to be a construction line. Yeah, that's a construction line. And we should make the corner of this one here match there. I wanted that to go on an angle, computer. Thank you, like that. That looks sexy. Now, this may all change later, but we'll put in some dimensions for this thing. Let's make that one there about 80-ish. And we'll dimension to the front axle. Make that one, let's do 80-ish. 80 again. Nah, on 100. That'll do. So that front plate there is on a slight angle. And we can actually project that later, I think. I'll just make another line out here a bit further. Yeah. So if I make that plate longer, it'll go in front of the wheels and make a bit of armor in front of the wheels. And we can do it in such a way that we can still insert the wheels from the side. It'll make Miles happy, I think. We'll do it the same as on Aggressor. So let's put the plate on the front sticking out the side. We can make it look exactly the same as that. Ooh. Now we're starting to be creative. Okay, so now I've got the length for those two plates. Done. Finish sketch. Make a new plane parallel to the center. That starts on this point here. Turn the visibility off. Work plane, outer, drive, mount, left. New sketch. So we can project through the center line of the axles and draw the outer diameter of the bearings. And there are 2 circles. How big are my bearings? I've forgotten. Cut and paste them out of the Fury model. There's a bearing, the rear one. Control C, copy, into the model. We need 4 of those bastards. There we go. We need 4 of the front ones, which are a bit smaller. 8mm bearings. Control C. 4 of them. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I've got what size bearings at the back? Change size. Bring up the table. Come on. 6001s, which have a 28mm OD. I think the front ones have a 22mm OD. I'll just double check that. Which is 608s. I'm going to buy all these things on eBay. 22, there we go. And we go back to the skeleton. So, back ones are 28, and the front ones are 22. Sexy. And the front plate is up until this point here. So now we need a rectangle. Do a 3-point rectangle. Oh, like that. What I should do is project through the center line and make it parallel, so to be sensible. There we go. And the center point of this one here is on the center point of that one there. Now I've got to do this in such a way, I've got enough clearance here, the chassis will be high enough to house everything, but this corner here won't hit the ground. So if we go for an 80mm high chassis, it hits the ground. How close to the back can we make it? 25? And we got a little bit of ground clearance. And with the bottom and rear plate welded on, that's going to have no ground clearance. I'm not terribly happy about that. How high is my chassis over here? 75. I managed to get everything to fit in there. So why don't we copy this one? 75 and see what it looks like. A little bit more ground clearance. Not quite enough for me to be happy though. Should I just harden up and do it? Come on, why don't we just measure that first? See what we've got. So what I'm thinking, I'll just draw a line in here. If we've got a 3mm bottom plate and a 3mm rear plate, secondary plate thickness, oh piss off. Secondary plate thickness, do what I say computer, fuck off. Yeah, secondary plate thickness. There we go, that's even closer to the ground. So go from the ground point to the corner. Oh, there's only 0.7mm ground clearance. What's the dimension from here to the inside of the bearing? 10mm. And with welds, that might be too close. Plus, there's the bloody gear will stick out the back too. I know. I have to delete this. Delete that rear plate. Bring that up there. Oh, why have you done that? You're perpendicular. Stop complaining. We'll have to go like that. It's going to make it harder to build. That's what we're going to have to do. Yeah. We'll make these sides equal. This bit here and this bit here equal. That way that bit and that bit there are the same angles. They should both be parallel to the ground. And we'll give it a bit of ground clearance. I like lots of ground clearance, 20mm. This may change. Oh, I know what I should do. Stop that. I'm being an idiot. Delete that. We'll draw a construction circle. There. That will be the outside diameter of the rear gear, which is 52mm. Make it 56 so that we can guarantee we've got clearance. So, in order for there to have clearance, for the rear gear, we might as well make that 5, that way we know the bastard will fit. Actually, I should do that 56 properly. Go to the gear website. It should tell me here. 52mm, I was right the first time. So that's 52. The outside of the gear is 52. We'll give it 8mm clearance. Right, there's the side plate. Means I'm going to have to make the back of the robot that shape. That's annoying. Means I have to weld 3 plates on instead of 2. Or I could just fold the bottom plate. Now to drive mount. Left. And then we'll do an inner drive mount. So we'll parallel to that plane. We'll do it on the outside. Turn the visibility off. Rename that work plane, inner drive mount, left. And do a new sketch. And this one's pretty easy because all we're doing is projecting across that, 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 that. Need the center of the motor and the front plate. Then we can draw the rest. Like that, like that, that. And it should be perpendicular. That line there is on that point there, so that's the drive plate. And then we need to stick the motor in. So that's the center of the motor. We need 4 mounting holes. We will draw a little 3-point rectangle construction. We'll do a line across the center diagonally. Center point of that diagonal line on the center point of the motor. Make these all equal. So that's now square. And then draw 4 circles around it. And that'll be the drive motor mount. Make all those circles equal. Make it 5mm. Make the inside 12. Maybe bigger, 15. Yeah, that's right. And dimension across the diagonal is the bolt hole centers. There we go. Drive motor plank left. Finish sketch. Rename that sketch so I don't get confused. Inner drive mount left. And then we'll create 2 parts. Save, new, standard. Project through the aggressor skeleton. Alright, how to drive plate. I think I might make my robot red. I'm going to make a new assembly for the frame parts, so all the frame will be as one single assembly or sub-assembly. Alright, that is the beginning of my chassis. Yeah, I said I was going to fill it up with gears in this video, but I think I've run out of time. I only do 15-minute videos. We'll put the bearings, gears and motors in it next time, and I'll explain how I do that. Okay.